All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
Always a pleasure to be back.
Today, we're going to be talking about Thailand.
Oh, Thailand. Always an interesting topic, especially when it comes to real estate.
Exactly. We're diving deep into the Thai condo market. It's been attracting a ton of foreign investors, especially from, well, you guessed it, China and India.
Yeah, you see those headlines everywhere, Thai condo boom. But we're going beyond those headlines today, right?
Absolutely. We've got this recent blog post that really breaks things down. And let me tell you, some of these numbers are seriously impressive.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Lay it on me. What kind of numbers are we talking about?
All right, so picture this. Third quarter of 2023, condo unit transfers to foreign buyers jumped by 11.6% compared to the year before.
11.6%. Whoa, that's a pretty significant jump. But what does that look like in actual units?
Hold on tight, because we're talking about 3,756 units.
Whoa, that's a lot of condos. Makes you wonder how much money we're talking about here.
Get this, a whopping 18.5 billion baht.
18.5 billion bucks. Okay, color me impressed. But are we talking luxury penthouses here or something? Who's buying all these units?
Well, that's the interesting part. Over half of these transactions were for condos priced under 3 million baht.
So this isn't just about millionaires and billionaires, right? Looks like the Thai condo market is attracting a pretty diverse range of investors.
You got it. It seems accessible to a wider range of folks. Okay, so we know people are buying, but where exactly are all these condos?
The usual suspects, really. Bangkok, Chonburi, and Phuket are the big three, accounting for over 74% of foreign transactions.
Prime locations, for sure. Now let's talk about the investors themselves. Who are these people driving this Thai condo boom?
Let's start with the Chinese. They're a major player in this market. Just look at the first 9 months of 2024. They're snapping up condos like hotcakes. Over 39% of units, and get this, total ownership value transferred is coming from Chinese buyers.
That's a huge chunk of the market.
Yeah.
Do we have a sense of what the average Chinese buyer is spending on these condos?
Yeah, it's hovering around 4.6 million baht per unit.
Okay, so not exactly pocket change, but not sky-high prices either. What about the size? We're talking sprawling condos here.
Well, the average size is about 39.1 square meters.
So kind of like a really nice spacious studio or a compact one-bedroom, maybe?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Now let's shift gears and talk about the Indian investors. Are they following a similar pattern to the Chinese buyers?
Not quite. While Chinese buyers are focused more on the quantity of units, it seems Indian investors are looking at higher value properties. We're seeing an average transfer value of about 6.3 million baht per unit.
Wow, that's significantly higher than the Chinese average. What about the size of these units? Are they going for those massive penthouses with rooftop pools?
Haha, not quite penthouses, but definitely more spacious than what the Chinese buyers are going for. The average size for Indian buyers is around 76.5 square meters. So think multiple bedrooms, more living space.
That paints a really interesting picture. It makes you think about the different motivations behind these investments. Are Indian buyers looking for more spacious family homes or perhaps vacation properties that can accommodate larger groups? It's fascinating how these investment patterns can reflect different lifestyles and priorities.
Absolutely. It's like these real estate choices are a window into their cultural preferences.
Stepping back for a moment, what's making Thailand such a hot spot for foreign real estate investment in the first place?
Thailand's got a few things going for it. Political stability, a robust economy, and let's not forget the appealing lifestyle.
Yeah, that tropical climate and laid-back vibe is definitely a draw.
Exactly. It's a combination that really attracts high net worth individuals, especially from Asia and Europe, who are looking for either a second home or some good investment opportunities.
Makes total sense. You know, it's interesting how we're seeing this trend towards larger condo units, especially with those Indian buyers. I can't help but think it reflects a larger shift in how people want to live and work.
Oh, absolutely. You're thinking about remote work, right?
Exactly. With remote work becoming more and more common, maybe people are just looking for more spacious homes that can accommodate their work needs too.
You're spot on. The pandemic really accelerated that whole remote work trend, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's influencing the types of properties investors are now seeking out.
Makes sense. Okay, so let's look ahead. What does the future hold for the Thai condo market? Will this boom keep going, or are there some challenges on the horizon?
Most experts seem to think the growth will continue, fueled by all those infrastructure projects happening in Thailand and those tax incentives that are really attractive to foreign property investors.
Tax incentives always sweeten the deal, right? But you said most experts think the growth will continue, meaning not everyone agrees.
Well, there are always potential challenges, right?
Like what? What are the things that could throw a wrench in the works?
Global economic uncertainty, for one. If there's a sudden downturn, that could really dampen investor enthusiasm.
Yeah, the economy can be unpredictable. Anything else?
Don't forget about currency fluctuations. Those can always throw a curveball and make things unpredictable for foreign investors.
That's a good reminder that even in a booming market, you got to be prepared for things to change.
Exactly. Investors need to stay informed and be ready to adapt if those conditions shift.
So let's recap. The Thai condo market is super hot right now, with Chinese and Indian buyers leading the charge. We're seeing distinct investment patterns, with the Chinese going for smaller units in larger quantities, while Indian buyers are all about those bigger, more luxurious spaces.
Right.
And even though the future looks bright for the market, there are potential economic headwinds and currency fluctuations that we got to keep an eye on.
Couldn't have summarized it better myself. But before we wrap things up, here's a thought. Could this influx of foreign investment start to reshape Thai urban landscapes? I mean, will it change the look and feel of places like Bangkok?
Interesting question. And could it even impact the cultural dynamics of those popular destinations like Chonburi and Phuket?
Exactly. These are big questions that we'll have to see play out in the years to come.
Totally. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the Thai condo market. We hope this gives you some food for thought.
As always.
And everyone listening, stay curious about the world and keep exploring the ever-changing landscape of global real estate. Who knows where we'll dive next?
Until next time.